Yes, people, what are you telling me? Welcome back to Jake's AFC. As always, big up to everyone who's been interacting with the channel, liking the vids, subscribing to your boy, and letting me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As you guys know, it's that time of the day, that time of the week, that time of the hour. Match reaction, first leg of the Champions League, and it's Sporting nil, Arsenal 1. And what can I say? That's a massive result. That's a massive result, especially for the confidence. That result is gonna help a lot massively in terms of the team's confidence. As we all know, the last two results previous to this ones have been dire results. Knocked out of two cup competitions before this one, and coming into this game, the team's confidence was quite low. So that result is gonna do us a lot in terms of confidence, and it also puts us at an advantage going into the game against going into the second leg. Actually, we're 1-0 up, obviously, so we take an advantage back to the Emirates, and that's what you always want to do. Usually with this Champions League games, with the knockout games, obviously for me, I didn't want to draw. Even though I don't think the draw would have been the worst result, I still want to win the game. That's my thing. That's how the mentality of this team should be. Like draws are not good enough, but then it's also not the worst result. But then you don't want to be losing going into your second leg game. Like you always want to take back at least a draw or a win to your second leg game. So, like I said, that's a massive result for us. But let's get into the game analysis. Obviously, the lineup. I don't think meaning there wasn't much surprise in terms of the lineup. Obviously, it's not what I went for. I wanted Christian Mosquera to play at right back position today instead of Ben White, and also I wanted Max Dowman to play on the right hand side in the right wing instead of Noni Madueke. But apart from that, the rest of the team was and also Trossard. I wanted Martinelli to start ahead of Trossard because of his form in the Champions League. But apart from that, the team is pretty much what I predicted in the preview. But yeah, in terms of the game itself, the performance itself was you know what the performances are like these days. I don't think anyone can say that was a good performance. It was just boring. That's a reality. Like our games, I think that's just who we are at this moment in time. Like we're just a boring team. We know what we're getting when we're watching Arsenal games. Like the performances are not gonna be you're not gonna be seeing attacking displays or tiki taka football. Like you're just gonna be seeing this kind of football, U-shaped football, same thing, and playing for set pieces. This is just who we are. Um, but yeah, in terms of the performance itself, like the game itself, I think Sporting started well. Sporting started from the first whistle. They hit the bar early on. I believe would have been within the first 5 6 minutes. That's Araujo, the left back, hit the bar, and yeah, they played a lot of those. That came obviously from a Trivela pass from Usman Diamonde, and what a pass that was! And they kept on getting us with those kind of passes throughout the game. Those long passes, they kept on penetrating our defense and our midfield with those kind of passes. And Araujo was obviously unlucky not to score. He hit the post, he hit the bar. A couple of minutes later, um, he had another chance, which was, I believe, was it tipped over or he just slightly missed it? Yes, he slightly missed it. So they had like three chances to score within the first couple of minutes. And after that, now I would say we started to get a bit of a foothold in the game without really threatening. Odegaard had a couple of chances, scuffed his chances, and apart from that, can't really remember too many chances we had in that first half. Yeah, like it was just I think both teams were just canceling each other out, and it was just like passing. Most of the time, we're just passing the ball, keeping possession without really threatening. Second half started, and Sporting they had a decent start to the second half, got a corner early on, and but apart from that, they had a couple of chances though in that second half. Like Raya made a few decent saves. That left back, I don't know whether it's a left back or the left winger. Was it no? The I think it's the right winger, the guy that looks like Esteval, the number 10 for Sporting. He was cooking. He was cooking Calafiori, bro. Like Calafiori was getting moved to today, bro. Like he was literally, bro. He was taken for a flipping walk, bro. You know how when you take your dog for a walk in the park in the summer when the sun is shining. That's literally what I'm gonna call him Esteval's brother because that's what he looks like Esteval. So literally Esteval's brother literally took Calafiori for a walk today, bro. Like he was treating him like he's a dog, bro. German Shepherd, bro. He's moving him along, stringing him like along like this, bro, because he was chefing him, bro. There was even a point where he megged him, left him on the halfway line. And bro, he had a couple of chances. He had a decent performance today, to be fair. That Esteval's brother, but yeah, he obviously nearly scored, bro. He had a right-footed shot. Raya made the save, and then I think it was Luis Suarez who nearly tapped it in. Raya made another save, and there was another chance. I can't remember. It must have been a header or a shot. Raya made also another. He made a couple of saves today. If it wasn't for Raya, we would have lost that game like 1 or 2 nil. We would have lost that game if you're being honest. So Raya actually, Raya, big up Raya. Good to have him back in goal. Good to have my number one keeper back in goal. You see, this is what happens when you play your best keeper, bro. It's not rocket science, but good to have the boy himself, David Raya, back in goal. And he kept us in the game really and truly. And this is why you need to play your best keeper because they pull off certain saves like that, which keep us in the game, they keep us in the tie. And like we always say, goals change games. You never know. Sporting go 1-0 up, different game, bro. Completely different game, bro. And you never know. Like I said, goals change games. The momentum, if they go 1-0 up, momentum swings, the pendulum swings to their side. But yeah, apart from that, we had a couple of chances. I think we didn't really we just had half chances. Zubamendi obviously scored, but then it was given offside because Jokeres was outside, but that was offside. But that was a very good finish from Zubamendi. Took it first time, and he's had a couple of finishes this season, a couple of goals where he's just taken them first time. We all remember the goal against Sunderland, the goal against Nottingham Forest. So he's had a couple of chances. He's had a couple of goals this season where he's taken them first time, but he was unlucky for the goal to be. To be fair, it was clear offside. It was clear offside. It wasn't even borderline. That was a clear offside from Gyökeres. But in terms of that, Martinelli had a chance. Shot it straight to the keeper. But let's just get straight into the team. But actually, you know what? Let's talk about the goal. Obviously, for most of the game, I was like, bro, I know we're comfortable, yeah, and we're away from home. So going into the game at the Emirates, we'll take a draw. It looks like these guys were playing for a draw either way. So and they were comfortable with it. That's why I was wondering, like, they're not showing any intent to go for the win, bro. They were not showing any intent to go and win that game. But you know what, Martinelli, he done very well. That was a proper pass from Martinelli. 90th minute, Martinelli dribbles from the wing, sends in a proper pass, and Kai Havertz finishes it off. That was a proper touch from Havertz and a very good finish. Um, so big up Kai. That was Kai. I have a lot of criticism for you, but when you do well, I'm gonna be the first one to give you the praise and the adulation. But yeah, big up Kai for that goal because that was the winning game. That was the winning goal for the game, 91st minute, and yep, now at least it gives us the advantage going into the second leg. But in terms of the team's performance, kind of some of these players today, you guys were moving like you guys were drunk, bro. David Raya, big up yourself, man of the match for me. made very good saves, made a couple of good saves that kept us in the game, as I said. Ben White, you I think you started the game off shaky, misplacing passes, overhitting passes, positioning was kind of off a couple of times, but then I feel like you got better as the game went on. I don't think you were overly good, but then I don't think you were terrible today. So I think you got better as the game went on. Saliba and Gabriel, I think you guys were all right today. You didn't even have to do much. But certain times you guys were playing like you were drunk, bro. Like, bro, for real, man. Saliba, this guy, there was certain points where he's overhitting passes or he's taking a loose touch. And bro, I was wondering, like, this guy is playing like he's waved, bro. Like he's taken a couple of Carlsberg beers before the game. But Gabriel as well, I think you had a decent performance, but there was also a point in the game where you nearly cost us. You let the ball bounce and then you mishit it, and then all of a sudden Sporting were on the attack. And listen, on another day that could have gone completely left, but for the most part, I think you were decent. Calafiori, you got absolutely skinned today, bro. This guy is literally playing everywhere but left back, bro. This guy, one moment he's in the midfield, another moment he's in right back, another moment he's in the right wing, another moment he's in the left wing. This guy is everywhere on that pitch, but the midfield, but the left back position where he's supposed to be. This guy is not a left back, bro. Like literally, his defensive capabilities are for an Italian football player, for an Italian, the bruh, below par, you cannot defend, bro. I think, bro, like I said, bro, that Esteval's brother was literally cooking you the whole game, bro. But bro, just bring back Nkapie, man. It's as easy as that. Nkapie needs to come back from injury as soon as possible. The midfield, Zubimendi and Rice, I think you guys were just okay. Certain points, I think Rice was the better of the two, but he looks kind of tired at the moment. He's huffing and puffing. You can tell, like it looks like he's played too many games, man, and he needs a rest, bro. So we can't risk Declan Rice getting injured, especially at this stage of the season, man. Zubimendi, I think you were just there, man. You know what you're getting with Zubimendi in the big games, man. Like you press this guy, he's gonna fold, man. You were unlucky not to get the goal, but I think in certain situations you could have released the ball quicker, bro. There was a point where you literally had like three players around you, and you decided there was a pass that was open for you right there, and you just decided to keep on holding to the ball, man. Like you need to improve. You need to quicken your play, bro. You need to play your passes faster, bro. Like, yeah, basically, yeah, that. Martin Odegaard, bro. Let's just move on, bro. Let's just move on. I'm tired of. Let's just move on. Madueke, let's move on. Leandro Trossard, should we move on as well? But anyway, I'm just playing anyway. But let's just go back to Martin Odegaard. I think you know what you're getting with Odegaard. Drops deep, um, plays passes, keeps it ticking, but doesn't do anything, bro. Like I don't know what this guy does, bro. I genuinely don't know what this guy does. But I know you know what you're getting with Odegaard, man. Like I don't want to cook this guy anymore. So let's just move on from Odegaard. Madueke, I think you know what with Madueke, yeah. I think he was the only player who was actually trying to take on players, but then the thing with Madueke is his decision making. Release the ball quicker, deliver the ball into the cross. But apart from that, there was actually a dangerous ball they whipped in at a certain point in the second half. He sent in a decent cross, and Trossard should have done better to to get on the end of it. But yeah, apart from that, Madueke, bro, what can I say, man? Trossard, this guy is he's finished, bro. It's as easy as that, bro. I'm a big fan of Trossard, yeah, but then the decline of Trossard over this last bonus, I don't know if it's 18 months or since last season, bro. Trossard he's been he's been on the decline, bro. He's been on the decline. Started the season off very well. He was actually our best attacker at the start of the season. But lately, he's just since the turn of the year, he's just been below par, bro. And today, certain points, he's taking a shot from like nearly near. He's taking a shot when it's close to the halfway line, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? The shot is obviously gonna get blocked, man. And these opposition players right next to you, it's obviously gonna get blocked, bro. So I don't know what he was thinking over there. But for me, Trossard, yeah, we need to move on from this guy in the summer. Up front, Victor Gyökeres, he didn't do anything. I even forgot Gyökeres was on the pitch today, bro. He had one shot. I think he must have had one shot, and that was it, bro. Like Gyökeres, the thing is, we need to get the ball to this guy, man. I'm not making excuses for him, but then we need to get the ball to this guy, bro. Because he's one of those strikers who needs he needs constant service, bro. You feed him the ball, you feed him passes, he's gonna score goals, man. Like we've seen. But yeah, in terms of the substitutions, we obviously Kai Havertz came on for Martin Odegaard, and for me, I was pissed when I saw that, man. Not because Odegaard was going off, but then because he was bringing on Kai Havertz in the midfield. We know what happens when you bring on Kai in the midfield. We've seen it doesn't work, and I still don't think it works, bro. Like we shouldn't be playing Havertz in the midfield, bro. If you want to play Havertz, and you can play him as a second striker, play him with Gyökeres, play. You can play two up top if you want to play Havertz in this team, bro. Like Havertz in the midfield, we need to allow that, bro. But he obviously came on and big himself up for getting the winning goal. Max Dowman came on. I think Dowman. You guys know how much I rate Dowman, but I feel like out of all the performances I've seen from him this season, this was the most. I think he had the least impact. But then I also feel like he's coming on when there's 18 minutes to go. He doesn't have enough time to grow into the game and the physicality, you could say, the pace of the game. But then I think he made some decent taking on players, killing players. There's a point where he absolutely tore that Araujo a new one. But yeah, I think Dauman, I think he did. It wasn't the best I've seen from him this season. Basically, it basically is what I can say. But for me, he should still be starting, bro. Max Dowman should be starting at the moment for this team, bro. Martinelli was the last sub, and he obviously came on for Leandro Trossard in the 76th minute. And big up Martinelli, bro, because that pass he made, yeah, for Kai Havertz, that was a very good pass. Martinelli in the Champions League, yeah, it's like this guy finds his Brazilian passport, bro. It's like whenever Martinelli hears the Champions League music, "Na, na, 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 the champions." As soon as Martinelli hears that music, yeah, this guy finds his Brazilian passport, bro. Like this guy remembers that he's from the same country as Neymar, Ronaldinho, and um I've forgotten all the Brazilians, man, but this guy remembers that he's actually from Sao Paulo or from Brasilia or from South America, man. Not South America, but then from Brazil, Brazil Porra. But yeah, Martinelli, whenever he hears that Champions League music, this guy just turns into Ronaldo, bro. He turns into R9, man. Like, yeah, Martinelli in the Champions League, different gravy, bro. I think that's maybe like 8 goal involvements. That should be like 8 goal involvements for him in the Champions League this season. So he's a different animal in that competition. But that's it in terms of the team. And like I said, this is a massive win because also that would be Sporting Lisbon's first loss at home in the last 20 games. They would have been unbeaten in 20 games, winning 19 of them. So that's a massive result for us. Gonna give us a lot in terms of confidence. Obviously, next up is the Bournemouth game on the weekend. Hopefully, we should be winning that game, bro. From now on, we need to just keep on winning, bro. Just win all your games, bro. Win all your games. You guys know what's on the line, bro. Stop all this. The players, Mikel Arteta, stop all this talking online, saying we've got fire in the belly. We don't care about all that, bro. Just deliver on the pitch. and that's what I expect to be seeing on Saturday against Bournemouth, 12:30 kickoff. And yeah, I'll see you guys there for the preview, which will be out on Friday. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the performance today, the team, the results, and I'll see you guys in a bit, man.